Okay guys, so we're quickly looking at the catabolism of what? Branched chain amino acids. So they usually call them what? The BCAA. Okay? BCAA. So for this branched chain amino acids, anytime you're talking about a branched chain amino acid, you are simply talking about what? Leucine, isoleucine, valine. You understand? So what we have here is this catabolism of branching amino acids, which include valine, isoleucine, and leucine itself, is an essential metabolic process that occurs primarily in the skeletal muscle rather than the liver. Okay. So this pathway provides energy and metabolic intermediates for various physiological conditions and functions though. So steps in this branching amino acid catabolism is, first one, we have transamination. So in transamination, it involves conversion of what? Branching amino acids into their respective alpha-keto acids. Okay? Respective alpha-keto acids. Okay? That's the first step. Then the next one is what? Oxidative decarboxylation. So the alpha-keto acids, they undergo oxidative decarboxylation via the branch chain alpha-keto acid dehydrogenase complex. Okay, that's what? Branch chain alpha-keto acid dehydrogenase. The first one is branch chain amino what? Transferase. Do you understand? So I've looked at two enzymes now, the BCAT and the BCKDH. So further metabolism is the acyl-CoA derivatives. They enter different metabolic pathways. Now valine, like, the burst into different pathways now. So valine, this is how the pathway continues. On this side is a nice image which you can pause to look at it. Okay, valine is converted to what? Propionyl-CoA. That's the, and I'm talking about what? The last valine. Okay, it's valine is on this side, right? Propionyl-CoA. So the last thing on this side, you understand? While valine is that, okay, leucine is what? Produces acetylcholine and acetoacetate, right? You understand? Then isoleucine generates both propionyl-CoA and acetyl-CoA. So isoleucine is kind of like in the middle, producing what? The two guys that leucine can produce and valine can produce. You understand the whole thing? So that's just the whole gist about that. This is a much more simpler picture, but I advise you to hold this. Looking more colorful and looking much more beautiful, and promises you more marks. Okay, so importance of this branching amino acid catabolism is energy production. So it serves as an alternative fuel source, especially during fasting or exercise. Muscle maintenance, it helps to regulate protein synthesis and degradation in muscle tissue. Neurological functions is it actually influences what? Neurotransmitter balance in the brain. Alright, so if there's any defect in this pathway, usually refers to what? It usually leads to what? Metabolic disorders, like all those maple syrup disease and all of that. You understand? So this is just it. It's the basis established here. Then we'll go to now talk about the deformities that will happen.